Have you ever wondered why the same patterns keep repeating in your life? Why does success feel elusive for some, while others seem to attract it with ease? Why do certain problems, whether in relationships, finances, or career, keep arising no matter what you do? What is it about reality that makes these patterns so difficult to break? These questions touch on one of the most profound principles that governs our lives: the mirror principle. The mirror principle teaches us that our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. It is not the events, circumstances, or people around you that are the problem. It is your internal state. The truth is, if you don't change what's inside, your external reality will continue to reflect the same patterns over and over again. In this video, I will take you on a journey to explore how this principle works, and more importantly, how you can harness it to transform your life. Stay with me until the end, because I'll share practical exercises and powerful real-life stories of individuals who have mastered the mirror principle to achieve extraordinary success and fulfillment. 1. The core of the mirror principle. At the heart of the mirror principle is this simple but transformative idea: your outer world mirrors your inner world. Just as a physical mirror reflects your appearance, the mirror of life reflects your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. This means that everything you experience, your challenges, opportunities, and successes, is a reflection of what's happening inside of you. Think about it. When you look into a physical mirror, it doesn't show you what you want to see. It shows you exactly what's there. Life works the same way. If your internal world is filled with fear, doubt, and negativity, your external world will reflect those feelings back at you in the form of struggles, setbacks, and disappointments. On the other hand, if your inner world is filled with confidence, joy, and abundance, life will reflect those things as well. Let's take the example of someone who constantly worries about money. Even if they work hard and try to save, their deep-seated belief that money is hard to come by will subtly sabotage their financial progress. This belief will shape their decisions and actions in ways they might not even realize. They might miss opportunities, make poor financial choices, or avoid taking risks that could lead to abundance, all because their internal mirror is set to scarcity. Now, contrast this with someone like Oprah Winfrey, one of the most successful and influential women in the world. Oprah grew up in poverty and faced numerous challenges, but she always believed that she was destined for greatness. Even when her external reality showed poverty and hardship, her internal world was filled with a vision of abundance, purpose, and success. And eventually, her outer world began to reflect that inner belief. The takeaway here is clear. Your reality is shaped by your inner world. If you want to change what you see in the mirror of life, you must first change what's happening inside. 2. The power of self-image and identity. The mirror principle is deeply tied to your self-image and identity. Who you believe yourself to be at your core has a profound impact on what shows up in your life. If you see yourself as unworthy, incapable, or a victim of circumstances, your outer world will mirror those beliefs. But if you see yourself as powerful, deserving, and capable of creating your own destiny, you'll attract opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with that identity. Let's consider the story of Tony Robbins, one of the world's most renowned life coaches. Robbins came from a background of poverty and abuse, but from a young age, he adopted the belief that he was destined for more. He cultivated an internal identity of abundance, success, and personal power. Over time, his external world began to reflect that inner identity, and Robbins transformed his life into one of extraordinary success and impact. Exercise 1. Shifting your self-image. If you want to change your reality, you must start by changing your self-image. Ask yourself, who am I in my ideal life? What qualities do I possess? How do I think, act, and feel as that person? Write down your answers and begin embodying that version of yourself today. Your external world will start to shift as your self-image aligns with your goals. It's important to remember that you cannot outgrow your self-image. If you want more success, more love, or more abundance in your life, you must first believe that you are worthy and capable of having those things. By changing your internal identity, you change the reflection that the mirror of life presents to you. 3. The time lag. Why patience is crucial. One of the biggest challenges people face when working with the mirror principle is the time lag between internal change and external manifestation. In a physical mirror, changes happen instantly. You adjust your posture, and the reflection changes immediately. But the mirror of life doesn't work that way. You may shift your beliefs, emotions, and self-image, but it can take time for the external world to catch up. This time lag can be frustrating, especially when you're eager for change. But just like planting a seed takes time to grow into a tree, the changes you make internally take time to manifest in the physical world. Consider the story of Walt Disney, who faced countless failures before achieving his dream of creating Disneyland. Disney was fired from a newspaper job for lacking creativity, and his first animation company went bankrupt. But Disney never let his external failures define him. He held on to his internal vision of creating a magical world of animation, and eventually, the mirror of life reflected that vision in the form of Disneyland and the global success of his company. Disney's story highlights an important truth. Your internal work will always be reflected in your external reality, but it takes time. The delay between internal transformation and external manifestation is natural. The key is to remain patient and persistent. Keep nurturing your new beliefs and identity and trust that the external changes will come. Key insight: be patient with the process. Just because you don't see immediate changes doesn't mean they aren't happening. The mirror of life will reflect your internal work in due time. 4. The role of emotions in the mirror principle. While your beliefs and thoughts are crucial to shaping your reality, your emotions play an equally important role. Emotions are powerful energy signals that influence what the mirror of life reflects back to you. If you're filled with fear, frustration, or anger, those emotions will attract experiences that confirm and reinforce those feelings. On the other hand, when you cultivate emotions like gratitude, joy, and love, the mirror of life reflects more positive experiences back to you. Let's take the example of Jim Carrey, the actor and comedian who famously used visualization and gratitude to manifest his success. Early in his career, Carrey wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, even though he wasn't earning that kind of money at the time. But more importantly, Carrey didn't just visualize success. He attached powerful emotions of gratitude and excitement to his vision. He felt immense gratitude for the success he believed was already coming, even though it hadn't arrived yet. Eventually, the mirror of life reflected that inner state back to him, and he received his first $10 million acting role. Exercise 2. Cultivating positive emotions. To shift your emotional state, start practicing gratitude daily. Each morning, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. Focus on the emotions that arise from this practice. Gratitude shifts your emotional state from lack to abundance, which in turn attracts more positive experiences into your life. By cultivating emotions like gratitude, joy, and love, you send out signals that attract more of those feelings into your life. The mirror of life will reflect back the emotions you hold within, so it's essential to be mindful of what you're feeling on a regular basis. 5. Breaking negative patterns, escaping the mirror trap. Many people unknowingly trap themselves in negative cycles due to the mirror principle. When you see undesirable situations reflected in your life, whether it's financial struggles, relationship issues, or career setbacks, it's natural to react with frustration, fear, or discouragement. But these negative emotions only reinforce the beliefs that caused those situations in the first place, perpetuating a vicious cycle. Imagine someone who looks at their financial situation and feels anxious about their lack of money. That anxiety reinforces the belief that money is hard to come by, which in turn creates more financial struggles. It's a self-reinforcing loop that keeps them stuck in a cycle of scarcity. The only way to break free from this cycle is to stop reacting to the current reflection and start focusing on changing the internal image. Instead of allowing your external circumstances to dictate your emotions and beliefs, shift your attention inward. Focus on the beliefs, emotions, and self-image that align with the reality you want to create. Nelson Mandela's story is a powerful example of how to break free from the mirror trap. Mandela spent 27 years in prison under harsh conditions, yet he didn't allow his external circumstances to dictate his internal state. Instead of becoming bitter or defeated, Mandela used his time in prison to cultivate peace, resilience, and a vision for cultivating peace, resilience, and a vision for a united South Africa. When he was finally released, the external world mirrored the strength, hope, and leadership he had built within. Mandela's experience shows that true power lies in your inner world, and that by changing your internal state, you can eventually shift the external circumstances, no matter how difficult they may seem. To break the mirror trap, you need to adopt a proactive rather than reactive approach. Instead of focusing on what's wrong in your external world, ask yourself, what internal beliefs or emotions are these situations reflecting? Then work to change those internal states. Key tip: stop focusing on the reflection and start focusing on your internal image. If you're constantly reacting to the reflection, you're trapped in a loop. Instead, focus on transforming the internal image, the way you see yourself, your beliefs, and your emotions. The external world will adjust accordingly. 6. Practical steps to transform your reality. Now that we've explored the theory behind the mirror principle, let's turn to some practical steps you can take to begin shifting your internal world and, consequently, your external reality. These exercises are designed to help you break free from negative patterns, cultivate positive emotions, and align your internal state with your desired outcomes. Exercise 1. The daily reflection practice. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes each day for self-reflection. During this time, ask yourself the following questions. What is my external world currently showing me about my internal state? Look at your relationships, finances, career, and health. What beliefs or emotions might be causing the situations I'm experiencing? How can I shift my beliefs and emotions to align with the reality I want to create? By regularly reflecting on your internal state, you'll become more aware of how your inner world is influencing your outer world. Awareness is the first step toward transformation. Exercise 2. Gratitude. Journaling gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions you can cultivate. It shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's abundant. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Focus on the emotions of appreciation and allow those feelings to expand. Gratitude changes your emotional frequency, which in turn influences the mirror of life to reflect more positive experiences back to you. Exercise 3. Visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool for aligning your internal state with your desired reality. Spend 10 minutes each day visualizing your ideal life. Close your eyes and imagine yourself living the life you want. See yourself experiencing success, love, and abundance. But don't just visualize, feel the emotions of having already achieved these things. The more vividly you can feel these emotions, the more powerfully they will influence your external reality. Exercise 4. Affirmations. Affirmations are statements that help you reprogram your subconscious mind with new beliefs. Write down affirmations that reflect the reality you want to create. For example, I am worthy of love and abundance. Success flows to me easily and effortlessly. I attract positive opportunities and relationships into my life. Repeat these affirmations each day, preferably in the morning and before bed, to help reinforce your new beliefs and self-image. Exercise 5. Emotional mastery. Throughout the day, be mindful of your emotions. If you notice yourself feeling anxious, frustrated, or angry, take a moment to pause and shift your emotional state. One effective way to do this is by using deep breathing. Take a few deep breaths, and as you exhale, imagine releasing any negative emotions. As you inhale, imagine drawing in peace, joy, or gratitude. This simple practice can help you quickly shift your emotional frequency, which will influence what the mirror of life reflects back to you. Conclusion. The invitation to transform your reality. As we come to the end of this journey, remember this: you hold the power to transform your reality. The mirror of life is always reflecting back what you hold within. If you want to change what you see in your external world, you must first change what's happening in your internal world. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, and it requires patience, persistence, and daily practice. But as you continue to work on your inner beliefs, emotions, and self-image, you'll start to see subtle shifts in your external reality. Over time, these small changes will compound, leading to profound transformations in every area of your life. If this message resonates with you and you're ready to take control of your reality, I encourage you to take action today. Start practicing the exercises we've discussed and watch as your life begins to shift. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who may benefit from this message. Your journey of transformation starts now, and we're all in this together. Remember, change your inner world, and your outer world will follow.